Beavers were hunted to extinction in Britain around 400 years ago. Conservation efforts, though, are now helping to bring the animal back from the brink.
A successful trial by Devon Wildlife Trust has seen numbers rise. Around 100 more beavers could be released into the wild across England this year. Our entertainment correspondent Kirk England reports.
This Devon landscape is changing, and this is why. Beavers are already back here, and that's because this area is part of a long-running trial that's been looking at the pros and cons of releasing them back into the wild.
So this is a beaver dam. They've completely created this from scratch, and you can see that lovely wetland that's developed behind. So they've raised the water level, they're holding back more water. They've created this dam out of sticks, mud. You can see even a brick there.
When it comes to boosting nature, beavers are a big deal.
Beavers are a keystone species, and that means they modify their habitat to suit their need, and that has a disproportionately important impact for other species and the ecosystem. So by creating wetlands, that suits the needs of all sorts of other wetland wildlife, water voles, dragonflies, otter, for example. But it also benefits humans too. By storing water, slowly releasing it, that can help mitigate against flooding, and it can help mitigate against drought too.
You can see here how tree branches have been gnawed, and beavers do other stuff as well. What have we got here?
So this is a beaver canal. It's been dug entirely by the beavers, so it wasn't on the site before the beavers came. And they dig these canals so that they have access around the site safely where they're in the water and they feel safe from any predators.
The trial has seen beaver numbers rise from 2 family groups to around 100 animals.
It's amazing to have been involved in this project and help this journey of beavers being returned to the UK as a native species once again. It's just amazing.
Now the government says more beavers can be released into the wild in England, and plans here in Cornwall are well advanced.
We've worked for several years with a local farmer on a fenced family of beavers in 5 acres, and the impact on preventing flooding, keeping the streams flowing during drought and getting more wildlife in was huge, and that was one small area. Now we've got the opportunity to go much bigger and get beavers out in the wider countryside.
Back in Devon, there are some concerns.
Absolutely, and you can see the bottom of the field down there, that was lost. Over there, there's another field you can't see, which is the water table's gone up and that land is now lost to agriculture. The beaver can deliver huge positives. On the other side of the coin, the beaver can have some quite significant negative impacts, especially those managing land. It can flood land, which is productive agricultural land. They can flood property. We've seen roads flooded.
Well, the government says that the return of beavers will be managed to avoid impacts on farming, food production and infrastructure. So, beavers are making a comeback. Kirk England, BBC News.